Good afternoon, traders. It is Wednesday, October 8th, 2014, and the U.S. stock market is closed. I'm going to propose sending the Dow Jones Industrial averages to Alcoholics Anonymous for treatment. These markets act like they're absolutely drunk. I cannot believe it. The volatility and the irregularity. In the past 6 days, the Dow has moved over 200 points 4 of those 6 days. I mean, that's volatile. But to add insult to injury, the Dow has moved alternatively, that is, on alternative days, different directions. So what do we got? We got yesterday the thing went down 273 points, and today it goes up 275 points. You know, a net gain of 2 points in 2 days, but nearly 300 point move each day. And you know, our style of trading, we get in one day, we get out the next. We expect follow through in the same direction. This is not the kind of trading pattern that we do well in. Anyway, I don't know why I'm laughing, but I mean, there's nothing else to do but to laugh. We only had 2 positions today, and you'd think maybe a move of 275 points might help. That those positions didn't help at all. We ended up closing out $2,300 in losing trades, basically just one position in Sears Holding Company that caused that. But I mean, we can live with $2,300 loss. That's not a problem. We got in to 22 markets today. 22 markets, 15 are positive, only 7 are negative, so that's a real good ratio, and we're holding $10,000 in open trade equity. So I gotta be pretty pleased with that. Now, the positive side of this is this market does have some follow through tomorrow. Instead of doing alternate swings of nearly 300 points each day, if this market has some follow through tomorrow, you know, that $10,000 could jump to $20,000, even $30,000, the way our system works. But of course, the dark side of this scenario is the dang thing goes down nearly 300 points tomorrow. And that is, we're going to be toast with 22 positions. But let's just hope for the best and see what happens. Anyway, let's take a look at the chart. Okay, here we're looking at a chart of the drunken Dow Jones Industrial Average. I mean, this is wild. I mean, this is very, very volatile market. And we can see from just 3 days ago, from this high down to this low down here is nearly 400 points, and then the swing up here today, 275 points, which cancels out the 272 point drop we had just yesterday. And I have to laugh. CNN used to do a little blurb trying to explain every day what's happening with the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and they've stopped doing this. I mean, how can anybody explain really rationally why this market is doing what it's doing? And I will tell you in all seriousness that I have been trading 25 some years, and when I see this kind of action, the one thing I can tell you for sure is something big is going to happen. And I'm not going to try and predict what's going to happen. I have my I am inclined to believe that what's going to happen is this thing's going to blast off to the top side and wipe out all these short sellers that have been causing us all these problems for the past few weeks. But I could be totally wrong with that, and it could go down. It could go down with the same kind of volatility also, and I just don't want to say for sure what I think right now. I don't like the close in the death zone today, but we'll just have to see what's going to happen. That's all we can do. I'll show you a couple of the trades we had today. I mean, we had several good trades. By the way, no big outlier trades, but just a few solid trades. This is a solid trade. This is an EXK Endeavor Silver, and we got into this fairly late in the day, and we're buying it pretty high there. I mean, this thing had been negative during, like 3 hours into the market day today. This thing was decidedly negative, but a reverse. And when you do see reversals like that, sometimes they can be very powerful up moves, and so I was very happy to jump into this thing. We got about $1,500 on this, but let's just hope we see some solid follow through on this stock tomorrow. I'll show you one more. It's kind of a similar type of pattern. This was in ISIS Pharmacology, and this has been a pretty good market for us, and it is also quite volatile. And just like Endeavor Silver, it started out the day negative, and then it sprung back very strong. We got into it like last 2 hours a day, and it moved very strong to the top side and closed almost near its high, and we are holding about $1,800 in ISIS Pharmacology. So I gotta be optimistic, folks, but it's kind of scary to be holding 22 positions in this volatile market. And I do not want to see the Dow Jones Industrial Average go south tomorrow, 200-300 points. That could really hurt us. But let's hope that it's going to resolve all this zigzag action and resolve it to the top side. And if it does, we're going to have a pretty good day tomorrow. Anyway, that's the way it went. This is Trader Bob signing off. I'll see you tomorrow on Thursday.